I'm Sachi Wickramage, the national expert for WSA in Australia. And we are here in Puebla, Mexico. It's amazing to be here, mainly because the amazing crowd that we bring here from 189 UN member countries. Now, one of the best things about WSA is this sheer diversity we have and the vibrance we bring to these communities, these multiple perceptions, multiple viewpoints, and it's a continuous learning experience. I've been with WSA since 2015. Every year I come here to learn, get inspired, and to spread the inspiration. So it's amazing, and I'm really pumped to be here.
Would you mind saying a little bit about what is WSA?
Yeah, so WSA, I would say, is the world's most democratic and the largest awarding mechanism out there for startups, entrepreneurs, and innovators, as long as they are doing something digital with a local impact. And what we do is we do not run this as a commercial awarding mechanism where you have to pay to apply, whereas this is done in a very scientific, multi-layered approach. So if I have to explain, each UN member country is appointed with a national expert who has the responsibility of searching, keeping their radars on, looking at each year's best innovators from the country. And we have 8 strategic criteria under WSA. So we select the best 8 from each country and we bring it to the global pool. And then after we start the interesting journey of bringing our online jury panel, which is an 80-member panel representing the entire globe. And they have the interesting challenge of selecting 400 as a shortlist from this global pool. And this 400 that gets shortlisted gets shipped to the WSA Grand Jury Panel, which is an 18-member panel who has the job of selecting 40 out of 400 as winners. And once these 40 winners are selected across 8 categories, we invite all of them to the epitome of the event, which is the Global Congress. And there they have another chance to pitch and be the global champion. So it's multi-layered and highly democratic, extremely inclusive. It's amazing.
So we're here now in Puebla for the Global Congress, and so this is the final stage of this international selection process and award ceremony. So it's in nature, it's a competition.
It is a competition. It is a competition, and it's selecting the best people out of the people who are doing good. And it's not just a competition for the sake of being competing and trying to push the other down, but to learn from one another and to impress another and to be more inspired and go home and spread this inspiration. That's what's differentiates WSA from any other competition out there.
You mentioned the 8 categories.
Yeah.
What are the 8 categories based on? You don't have to list them, but was there something that initiated the 8 categories?
Yeah, so the 8 categories are very carefully chosen because of the WSA's alignment with the United Nations and SDGs and a UN Business Forum. So these categories can be business and commerce, education, culture, tourism, and there are 8 categories. We do this category selection to cover the 17 SDGs. So we can really identify, align winners, and complement them to even accelerate their SDG approach and the contribution to be greater. Because we are running short of our SDG timelines. 2030 is not far away, and we need to ramp up. We need to do a greater job. So the WSA is one of the biggest and the best mechanisms out there.
As your role as the Australian National Expert for WSA, what does that entail?
It's very fulfilling to me because every year I get to see the best innovators, entrepreneurs, startups, or even individuals from Australia who really cares about the environment, who cares about doing something good, who cares about fixing a problem locally, and which has the capacity to even bring it global, right? So throughout the year, I'm always looking forward to the next year to be part of this because it's like something I really look forward to.
And we have Australian winners here in Puebla.
So we had 2 proud Australian winners this year, Bindi Maps and Stymie, who are doing amazing things to bridge specific digital divides. And I'm really looking forward to their pitching sessions happening this afternoon. And as Australians, we had to wish them all the best to be a global champion.
Why are digital solutions important for tackling the crises that we face?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. Now, if you look at the SDGs, 17 SDGs, it's covering a broader spectrum. And to really tackle these SDGs, we need to have solutions that scale. And what really scale is if it is digital. So digital entrepreneurs have this added advantage to make the solution that they have come up with go beyond their local context, for it to be global, and for it to scale. And this is why we would love to promote digital innovators, because otherwise, if we are not digital, your context is very physical, limited to your local area or the region, and it would not be possible for us to easily accelerate you to bring this benefit to other regions, other areas. So that's why the digital becomes one of the best methodologies of accelerating this.
And if you had one wish for a global community, what would that be?
One thing I believe is we can't improve anything that we don't measure, right? So we need to start measuring our social impact. And if you can create greater awareness about each entrepreneur, for each innovator, even startup, to start measuring their impact, that would be a great starting point.
And if there was a piece of, let's see, another wish for humanity, if you're looking at the world and there was one thing that you would want to pass on to each person to look at each day differently.
I'm a strong believer that be kind, keep smiling, because people have enough problems. They have too many troubles bothering them in their head. Keep smiling, spread the positivity, help another. Not everyone might be telling the problems they have, but your smile can help another person to get over those troubles and go create a product that can help millions. So keep smiling, spread positivity.